Your next comedian coming to the stage is a very funny guy. He's been single way too long. Put your hands together for Ben Hugh.
How are you all doing? Are you ready for some comedy?
Yeah.
Are you ready to laugh?
Yes.
All right, well, let me find someone to do that for you. My name is Ben. I work a 9 to 5. That's when you go to work at 9 a.m. and you leave at 5 p.m. My girlfriend's also a 9 to 5. Her last boyfriend was a 9. Now, you're probably wondering what my religion is. I don't have one. I never understood the heaven and hell thing. It always threw me for a loop. And reincarnation, what is that? Come back as a fruit fly? Doesn't make any sense. When I die, I think I want to be reincarnated as a hologram. Thank you. So think of it. So I spent 5 years in the Marines. Not really a big deal. Bunch of weird people, a lot of right-wing religious types. Well, you meet all walks of life when you go in the Marines. Smart people, dumb people, religious, not religious, rich, poor. But you'll never find another group of people that are so comfortable about talking about masturbation. I mean, their techniques, what they like, very, very detailed descriptions of their penis. I heard so much masturbation talk that if I was gay, I'd have a PhD in hand jobs. I once tased myself just to see how it feels. Yeah, I was shocked too. I went to college in the South, and I dated a Southern girl from Tennessee. She was a racist. She had her period all through Black History Month. She separated her Fruit Loops by color, and always tweeted to Kanye West. I was always wondering why she was dating me, and it turns out she was colorblind. I work as an engineer now, as you can tell. A few years ago, I lost my job and I was unemployed for a little while. As I got broker, I expanded my job search and found a posting for a manufacturing engineer job at Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana, not want to go there. But I applied anyways because I needed the money and tried to look up the company information to see what kind of products they make. And it was completely blank. It was about like as anonymous as a Craigslist ad. So I used Google Maps Street View, got a look at the building, found out that it was a factory that makes adult toys. Yeah, adult toys. Didn't exactly think that was the job I was going to work at one point. So I decided to do some market research. And I went to an adult toy store. Approached the woman behind the desk and unsure on how to broach the subject, I just asked, so what kind of materials do most of your products use? Is it rubber, polymer, polyethylene, polypropylene? And the woman behind the counter just had this like, what the fuck look on her face, and was like, how am I supposed to know? And it dawned on me at that moment that this is a person that deals with a variety of creeps and perverts on a daily basis, and I'm the one freaking her out right now. So I backtracked and told her what I was there for and what I was hoping to accomplish. And she was like, oh, all right, well, would you like to see one? And I was like, that would be great. I would love to see one. I appreciate it so much. So she pulls out a 9-inch phallus device that has all the curvature and details to render an appropriate male organ and hands it to me. So I'm squeezing it to see what the density of the material is like. I'm rubbing the surface to see what the finish is, you know. Just keep testing it out, you know, stiffness test, all that stuff. The people behind the counter were very helpful. They got into it themselves. They kept bringing out all these different products and toys and showing me how to work them and play with them and stuff like that. Fun time, it was a fun market research. Messed up the last end of that joke, so sorry about that. Speaking of creepy things, Detroit hosts an annual furry convention at the Sheraton Hotel in Novi, Michigan. The Detroit Annual Furry Convention in Novi, Michigan. Let that sink in for a second. I live in Novi, so I decided to go, because I'm a freak too. I rented a costume of a teddy bear, and I wanted to blend in because I was going to go in, do a recon mission, gather some intel, needed to be camouflaged. The main part of the hotel was pretty tame. It was just a bunch of dudes dressed as wolves, a bunch of chicks dressed as squirrels. It was a zoo. But the real fun, depending on your perception of fun, happens in the rooms and floors above. The petting zoo, so to say. So you know I had to recon the petting zoo, right? Man, I saw some shit I can't unsee. Scarred me for life. Contracted mad cow disease. I just wanted to fuck a squirrel. And the things that I do to get a date. Got a lot of fake numbers over the years. Women seem to love to give out fake numbers when they're not interested. This one woman was using my number as her fake number. I don't know if it was an ex or what, but I never got more dick pics in my life. Like seriously, guys, is this really your go-to move? If so, get a new move. And ladies, well, I feel for you every time you have to get a flaccid, scraggly, hairy-ass dick pic of a guy sitting on a toilet. Jesus, gross. Man. A few of them were pretty flattering, I guess. Texted a few of those guys back. Things were going great until they found out I wasn't a squirrel. Apparently that's a deal breaker. I'm just looking for a girl whose self-esteem is lower than my standards. Anyways, I'm out of time. I overwent. Thank you very much. My name has been